Hey guys, it's Flynn. So I finally figured out or got a diagnosis, answer, whatever, um, of what is wrong with that feeling that I had posted, of that sensation in my throat. So I don't know if you've looked on like my Instagram, my Facebook, or anything like that, but aside from that, so August 31st, I went to an ear, nose, and throat doctor, and as some or most of you may know, when you go to a doctor like that, usually they stick a camera down your nose. So what they did was the doctor numbed both sides of my nostrils and attempted to stick this antenna like camera down my nose. Why I said attempted is because the first nostril he tried was my left nostril. He got about yo high and he said, I can't stick this any further. Um, and as he was doing this, I could see on the screen in front of me, that my left nostril is completely closed. And he said, did you have any recent injury or, fist fight or anything like that? I said, no. But he's like, this doesn't have to be recent. This could have been any time. I said, well, in my past, I was hit in the nose with a metal baseball bat. And he's like, yep, that would do it. So that concludes of why I can't breathe in my left nostril, or I have trouble breathing in general. This whole time I was thinking it's like, allergies and stuff. So, long story short, my left nostril is broken. It might not look it on the outside because it's further in, but he said it's broken. Like, he stuck the camera down there, and in there, it's broken. It's completely shut. It doesn't hurt or anything, but somewhere in there, it's collapsed. So I can only breathe clearly out of my right nostril, and even then, I have trouble, catching my breath or just breathing in general. So I usually just mouth breathe because I know it's not the best because our natural breathing is supposed to be through our nose. But I do what I can. Aside from that, so he proceeded to put the camera down the right nostril. That time it went down. He said, "Don't swallow." So difficult because my natural instinct is like, this thing's uncomfortable. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. My eyes felt like they were gonna roll out of my head, and yeah, so he stuck it down there. Everything looked normal, clear. It got down lower, and he said, so all your sinus problems is not so much allergy related and congestion related. There's bugs in here, sorry. But all this feeling in my throat and everything is related to the fact that I have stomach issues. This whole sinus, thing that's going on, that I'm thinking, okay, it's allergies or something, like that. Okay, so in conclusion, after everything was looked at, said and done, I am diagnosed with acid reflux disease. So what that means is I have to take something similar to Tums, but a little stronger, before I eat foods that I'm technically not supposed to eat, or there's a whole list he gave me of foods that I'm technically not supposed to eat or I should avoid. So, like right now, I'm gassy, I'm burping. Um, it's very frustrating when you have dietary restrictions already, and then you get a whole nother list of things you really shouldn't eat or can't eat. It's just like one thing after another, and this is what happens when you have a compromised or weakened immune system from birth, and it's no fun. And I'm not one to complain, but to accept this as another nail in the board, so to speak, and carry on with my life, it's going to be tricky. Eating is already difficult for me because I have an eating disorder, but this really frustrated me when I heard it, because it's like, I love food. A lot of people know that I will eat literally almost anything that is set in front of me, so this was, difficult to be diagnosed with, but it's not saying I can't eat the things that are on the list he gave me of do not eat. It's just, if I choose to partake of those things, I have to take, anti-acid, something before I eat whatever that I'm technically not supposed to eat a lot of. And yeah, it's tricky, but I just want to let you guys know that I'm okay. It's just relearning my body, my life, day-to-day living every single day, because fetal alcohol syndrome is pushed under the rug so much, and people think, it's just something we're born with, and, it does nothing, when in fact, on the outside I look completely normal for the most part, but it's the internal damage and brain damage that I got when my mom was drinking, and I'm not mad at her whatsoever. It's just, I just, my whole dream growing up as a little kid was to be able to meet my birth mom and help her through her addictions, and do it together, and, come out on the other side. But unfortunately, she passed before I was allowed to meet her, and I think, looking back at it now, it's like that's probably for the better, because I don't know how I would have approached her or handled her situation. From what I heard from my adoptive mom now and stuff, on places, that she was pretty disheveled and disorganized, and it probably wouldn't have been a decent or nice way to experience someone who had me and everything. But I know that she did what she could for me, and if I could meet her now, or, whatever, I would tell her that it's okay to not be okay, and that it's not your fault, because life's hard, and we didn't ask for this disease or this syndrome, and this is not something that you can take a med for. It's not like cancer where there's possibly a glimmer of hope. No, this is in my DNA, in my veins. It's not being able to suck this out of me. There's no cure for fetal alcohol syndrome, and I mean, people that make fun of this syndrome and this disability can say whatever they want about it, but at the end of the day, it's not like, woe is me for us. It's literally, we're saying it as it is. We physically cannot pull it out of ourselves and make it go away. It's not like a flu. It's not like, just a common illness where you could possibly take a med or get treatment for it. It's not like that. It's literally, the damage is done, and we have to, learn to live with it, or, work around it every day. And so yeah, I mean, I don't mean to get emotional. I'm not one to cry. I hate crying. But it's just to prove that this needs to be more aware of, and that my life and so many other children that come into this world don't need to suffer like I do. If parents, mothers, any parent that's having a kid just puts down the bottle before they think about having a kid and really think, is this actually worth it? Do I want my child to be permanently damaged and have to deal with all these things they don't need to deal with when I have my child? And I hope that parent, or whatever parent is, having a kid, is smart enough to say that I'm willing to wait the 9 months for that drink, or I'm willing to, not touch alcohol or be, in an alcohol environment for 9 months, to have a healthy and happy child. I just, my heart goes out to the parents that do struggle with alcoholism or just drinking in general. I understand and can understand from my situation. I am an alcoholic, and I'm not a parent, but from being an alcoholic, I can let you lean on me, in the point of that when you want to put the bottle down, it just, teases you all the more and says, one more sip won't hurt. And I've had moments where I just wanted to chug that bottle of vodka so bad, because, I felt like I didn't have any reason more to keep going, but I dumped it out. And that's the first step a lot of alcoholics need to take in order to realize, I can do this. And it hurts bad, because that poison, that liquid poison, is your go-to. That's your best friend. That's, everything you've leaned on for all your emotional discomfort, or whatever it might be. And once you have the strength to dump that bottle down the drain, or put it elsewhere that's not in your hands or your accessibility, that's when you know that you have the power to change, when you have the power to better yourself. And if anyone's struggling out there, feel free to message me. I am a mental health counselor and crisis worker, so I'm here for anyone who needs me. But I just wanted to get that out there, that if anyone was wondering, I have one more thing on my plate, but I think everyone has something they're dealing with, so I'll leave it at this. But thank you for everyone who listened, and I hope everyone has a fantastic, great day.